Hey guys, it's James bringing you episode 1 of season 3. Thanks for all the support in the last 2 seasons. We've gone through those pretty quickly, haven't we? But we start here today with a short-term offer for Nathan Delfonso, which in the end we decided to accept because he's 67 overall, 25 years old, and he just needs game time. And with players like Ryan Babel coming in, McManaman's on top form, he needs game time, and I don't want to sell him, so that's good. And as we skip on through the start of the season, we'll get an offer for Ali Habsi, or a decision that needs to be made, and in the end we have to sell him because he is actually one of my favourite players in real life. And I tried to stall the offers, but in the end we got one, and they just accepted it for us without me even knowing. But we get this offer for Fabrice Fockable, and it was Chelsea. And you remember at the start of the series I said that we wanted to copy Chelsea's style of play with all the big footballing units that they had there, like Essien, Michael Ballack. And to get this offer from Chelsea was pretty cool, but I rejected that straight away because I wanted to keep my good players, which is something that Wigan doesn't do a lot, or they haven't done in the past. You remember all the players that have left. Now we've got a short-term loan from Blackburn for Dominic James, so we'll send him off for a bit, try to get him some game time. And now we've got our first preseason game of the season. I think that's Dusseldorf, and let's see what happens here. Seagrass is playing in goal, and we ship in 5 goals, one from Daniel Johnson, 1 from Lualawa, and 3 from Callum McManaman, who sounds like he's going to be a great player this season. Cannot wait to use him. And as we skip on to the next game, we get these 2 really cheap players, and if you can find a free agent that has 20,000 wage, he's going to be good regardless of whatever age he is. He's going to be good. And then we also get this guy, just a bruiser in midfield, a really cheap player, Benoit Polomat. So look out for those 2 guys there, and they'll join the club straight away. We get another transfer offer for Abbas Rebelled, so we'll sell him off to Dundee. And now Jermaine Jones given us an email. He's thinking about his future, so he was one of the main players in last season. I really enjoyed using him, but he's dropped 3 places, so I understand he's thinking about it. He's 34 years old, but I'll definitely keep him in the team. I still want him in the team. He's an awesome player, like the Mark Van Bommel of the team. But there's Faguli. So this is our second preseason game of the season. There's Omar Gonzalez, our captain. He's always been captain since he joined here. And we start this game with a penalty. There's Rajkovic. I've never seen him smile, but you'll see the replay. It looks like a shoulder charge from a rugby game. Look at this. Totally takes down the Valencia player. So now we have to defend against a penalty. Seagrass is in goal. He's like the main keeper now. I think I'm going to start using him, but that was a good penalty, I'll admit, and I don't think there was anything to do from that. But a great save straight after that. And we had to defend a lot in this game, especially in the first part of the game. You see that great save from Seagrass, just came out, but we ended up conceding again straight after that chance, and it made it 2-0. And it's not a lot we could do. It was quite intimidating playing on their ground, and then we had to defend a lot. We were just stuck in our own half, but we managed to get this breakaway. Fockable, who had that offer from Chelsea, which we rejected straight away. But look at this, Lualawa. Look at this early cross, out curl across, finds Ranger on the wing. He's playing the wing today. He's usually a striker, but he's going to come inside. He's going to cross again, and then we always score from that play. Not on that occasion. Here's Duncan, wriggle around, and he's going to take a shot, and that was a nice shot. Good save from the keeper though. And that game finished 2-0, so that's a pretty good game by Valencia. And now we've got this game after conceding early against Cologne. We managed to get 2 goals back, 1 from Makinok and 1 from Lualawa, so great game there. And now we get this offer, so for Goburn, just the same as Delfonso, he needs game time, he's getting a bit older, and we've got lots of other new players. And then we get this offer from Real Madrid, the 6'6" centre-back that I signed last year, and I wasn't happy with him. I didn't want to use him. I had to be happy with all the players that I'm using for this career mode to be enjoyable, and I decided to sell this guy in the end. And then I get this offer from Real Madrid. So what does that tell you about this player? Maybe he's going to be a really good player in a couple of seasons, and he might go to like 80 or something. If he does, then fair play, but I wasn't going to use him. I just didn't enjoy him, but Real Madrid can have him. You never know. I might check up later on him, see his progress. 64 overall, 19 years old, not the best value, so he may grow 10 places in 3 or 4 seasons. That would be great. So that sounds a bit harsh, I know, but what can you do? And now, as we move on, we're going to get an offer for Brendan Galloway, a promising left-back, short-term loan, so I will be coming back to him. And now, after coming 10th in the league last year, we get this offer from the England Football Association, so we'll accept this offer, we'll sign up for England. And I wasn't sure about doing this, but the reason why is because it just came to me as I was thinking about it right here, is that, I'm playing in the Premier League, I want English players in my team for Wigan, and that if I go accept this offer, I can look at any overall for any English player in this game, and that's going to help me a lot, because I'm not really a big fan of the global transfer network, how you can't see the overalls of players before you buy them, so I get to look at probably 500 players, English players, and I get to look at all of their overall and their stats, so it's going to be great. So that may seem like a bit of a cheat, but I think it's going to be quite fun, just something working within the game. And I might make a little series of this, a mini-series within this career mode, England Part 1, something like that. But in our first Premier League game, Crystal Palace give away a penalty at our home, the DW Arena. Bacuna will score this great penalty, and that puts us in front, 1-0. Start of the season, promising. We had the 2 preseason games, which we won, and we lost one, unfortunately. The first one we played, and then we're on track for winning this one. Look at our stadium, looks nice, doesn't it? The home fans are here. All you guys are here supporting me. I'll be in the stands somewhere, maybe not. Bacuna, he's always been the penalty taker, isn't he? Just something that's happened. He's always been there taking all the penalties. But right at the end of the game, Bacuna's going to get a good header in. Loa, flick it back to Bacuna. And now, good move by Bacuna. He's on goal now. He's going to take a shot. Saved by Price, and then Makinok with the follow-on. Right in front of the Crystal Palace fans, the away fans. And Makinok, when I bought him at the start of the series, he was 70 overall. And now, guess what he is? After 2 seasons, he's 77. And he's just going to keep growing. And I think in real life, he'd be a fan favourite because, of his height. He's 6'7", and just look at the other players like Zigic and Crouch. They're pretty cool, aren't they, to watch? And we signed this guy, Sebastian Coates. You can look at the deal if you want, $4.5 million. He's got a big wage, but that's alright. We're making that transition now. We're getting closer to being a big club, mid-table club. We're just trying to stay in the Premier League, and we can buy some bigger players. Look at this pass from Azog to Nile Ranger, gets past the defence and scores a cracker against Sunderland. We're playing away in this game, and that was a great goal. So Azog's come back from loan. He was a 66 last season. He went off loan, and now he comes back as a 70, only 22 years old. So I'll definitely be using him a lot more than I was last season. But because I wanted to keep Siegrist, I'll sell off this player, Lee Nichols, and I'm sorry because I know he is playing for them or Wigan in real life. He's about the same type of player, 67 overall, 23, is the same as Siegrist, so sorry about that. And for that reason, I had to reject everything I had for Siegrist because he's just a funner player. That's my English right there, funner player. And I'm going to sign up one of my old buddies. So before I started this channel, I did a FIFA 13 Wigan Athletic Career Mode, really fun. And I found this guy, Jerry Mbakogu, just at the bottom of the market, just hiding away, just a hidden gem. And, I had a lot of seasons where he scored so many goals. And he's an all-round striker. He reminds me of Drogba, just a bit shorter, but just everything, pace, strength, good ability everywhere, good skill. And he's going to be a really great player. Cannot wait to bring him into the club. I could bring him in now because he's a bit expensive, so when I've saved up the money, right now I can buy him. So here we are. He comes back into the club, and he's going to be great. You guys will really look out for him. Jerry Mbakogu. So we've played 2 Premier League games already, 2 really good games, and we've played all the pre-season, so we're in a great bit of form. A lot of players are scoring, a lot of different players, and now Everton will visit us at the DW Arena. Duncan with a good shot, you can see there he troubled the keeper, and now we have another attack. So McManaman with a good bit of skill across, and then on the end of it is Makinok. So that's pretty much the typical Makinok goal. That's what I bought him to do. He's 6'7", he's a door, and that was a good goal. You can see there on the replay. See that skill from McManaman, and look at his positioning, gets in front of that defender, so he couldn't jump, and then that was a nice goal there. But now Everton, right at the end of the half, cross, that striker who I don't know how to pronounce, and then the keeper there. The keeper was just stuck outside the goal, he couldn't get back inside. You can see there on the replay, he's just stuck, tries to get back, nothing we could do there. And now Everton on another attack, shot, and then that was a good goal from that same striker. I don't know who he is, I've never heard of him, but he seems to be in a good run of form, so we'll lose this game 2-1, and we couldn't end on a high, but we've had a lot of positives out of this episode, all the pre-season games and the 2 early Premier League games that we won against Crystal Palace and Sunderland. And I did promise you in the end of Season 2 that I would just show you the team, a few minutes just showing you the team in the next episode. I will do that. That will be up shortly. And we'll end the transfer window. We signed a couple of really good players, the 2 youth players, and Coates, and then we signed Mbakogu as well. And of course we loaned out a lot of players, we sold a couple of players as well. And yeah, that'd be great if you could leave us a like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, but especially a comment. I'll make that my goal. I always reply to every comment, and I always reply with a positive reply. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.